Okay, so we are back on an Excel file because we are going to continue practicing, and we are going to continue practicing something new, something that is called bid and ask. Bid and ask is an important concept from finance, because when you go and you want to buy dollars, for example, you always have two rates, the bid and the ask. In Spanish, we call it compra and venta. Okay, so we have two different exchange rates, and it's the same in here. We have bid and ask. So let's think about the example with pesos and dollar, because I think this is the one that we are used to more. So we can start with some numbers. So bid is the same as the one that we call in Mexico compra. Right? It's the same. Bid or compra is the same, and venta is the same as the ask. That's kind of the translation. It's not the literal translation, but that's what it means. So in which one do you think it's cheaper, compra or venta? So think about what do you see when you go to the bank? Usually what's cheaper is compra, and venta is more expensive, right? So usually it looks something like this. 20 pesos per dollar is compra, and venta is 20.5 pesos per dollar. So here, pay attention and take notes of what I'm going to say. When we're thinking about ask and bid, we are saying compra and venta. But what are we selling in here? This is also sell, this is also buy, right? Another way to call it, buy and sell. What are they, what is this, buy or sell? Because sometimes people say, if I want to buy, I will be using this one, but be careful, because the perspective of this idea of buying and selling is from the perspective of the bank, okay, or the broker or whatever. So if it says buy, this means that this is the price that they will pay when they buy, when the bank buys from you. And here is super important. What are they buying? They are buying the currency in the denominator, always the currency in the denominator. So in this case, it's dollars. So it's the same in here, right? So it makes sense that they are paying less when they are buying dollars from you, because of two reasons. First, if you are selling dollars, it's because you need it. They don't really need it. So they take advantage of that you need to sell dollars, so they pay less. And the other reason is because the bank always earns, or the profit or the revenue is the spread between these two, because they sell more expensive, they sell the dollar more expensive, and then they buy it at a cheaper price. And that's where they get profit from. Okay, so that's the reason. If you understand this, I think it's the root of everything, of this bid and ask issue. If you are having problems with bid and ask, I think it will be solved if you understand this. So remember, buy or compra is from the perspective of the bank. And what are they buying or selling? They are buying or selling the currency in the denominator all the time. If I write this, euro pound, what are they buying or selling? They are buying or selling pounds, right? So if we have something like this, it's logical that in the euro, it might be something like this, 1.2, and in the ask 1.3. Because if they are selling at a higher price, right? Because they need to make profit. They need to sell pounds more expensive than the prices at which they buy. So what else am I missing? I think everything is good so far, so good. And let's do an exercise to practice this, because now the question is, if I want to buy $100, and I have sorry, is that no, it doesn't make sense. I want to buy $100 and I have 500 pesos. Okay, no, sorry, I'm just very confused. I want to buy dollars and I have 500 pesos. This makes much more sense. So if we continue with my methodology to do everything step by step, it looks like this, right? 100 pesos. And then I need to convert 100 pesos to dollars. So which rate will I use? And this is super important. Which rate will I use, bid or ask? So one important rule, and you can also write this in your notes. This will help you a lot to simplify when choosing bid or ask. And I will write it in here. If I need the currency in the denominator or at the bottom or down, or I don't know how to call it, bottom, I will use ask. Okay. So if I need to buy dollars, in this case, if I need to buy dollars, I will use ask. So that means that I will be using this one. Okay. Why? Because they are selling dollars and I am buying dollars. That means that I need to use this one. I need to use ask. I need to use expensive one. And then this, of course, is 20.5 pesos over dollar. And the question, the general question, divide or multiply. If I have 500 pesos and then I have pesos on top, that means pesos on top, that's a division. So this over this is dollars. So if I convert 500 pesos to dollars, it will be $24.39. Same simple, right? Let's continue with our examples. And now I want to buy pesos. I have $50. Okay, so it's a similar exercise, but different context. So now I have $50 and I need to buy pesos. So if you wrote this, also wrote the counterpart. If I need the currency in the denominator or on top, I will use bid. Okay, so if I need the currency on the numerator like this, it will be peso, right? And that is the case in here, right? I want to buy pesos. I want to buy the currency on top. So if I want to buy the currency on top, I will use bid. So that's why I will be using bid, the bid rate. So the bid rate is 20 pesos. So I hope this helps you when you think about which rate to use. Bid or ask, follow these rules. I think this simplifies a lot. And now the question is, should I multiply or divide? I have dollars on top, dollars at the bottom. I need to multiply. This is 1,000 pesos. Another rule or tip that can help you, and this is something, this is more a more advanced tip, but you can also write it down. When you divide when converting the rate, the currency, when you divide, like in this case, you are using the ask. That's also another rule or another tip that you can follow. And when you multiply, like in here, when you multiply, you are using the bid. Okay? So this is also interesting. Let's do one final exercise with a different rate. Something like this, like maybe $1.2 per euro. And ask 1.3. $1 per euro, and the same but 1.3 for us. And my question is, I want to buy dollars and I have 90 euros. Okay, so let's do it the way we usually do it. 90 euros, and the question is which rate, bid or ask. So in this case, I need to check what do I need. I need to buy dollars, and dollars are on top, so that means I will use bid. So I will use this one, copy this, and then divide or multiply. I have euros on top, euros at the bottom. I need to multiply, right? So by that, I am also checking that I'm doing this. When I multiply, it's because I'm using bid, and that makes sense. You will have a total of $108 with your 90 euros. So that's how it works, bid and ask. So now we are going to do in the next video the triangular arbitrage, but with bid and ask.